Nia, so great to chat with you today about your new series. What can fans expect to see on it?
Oh my gosh. So I am so excited about this show. I'm actually executive producer on the
Oh
show
my
as well. It's my
gosh.
first EP role. And I am just so excited about it because I'm highlighting some incredible dancers on the show and getting to highlight their journeys through their eyes. They get to tell their stories the way that they want to tell it, and their journey through ableism and dance and their love for dance. And it's through Facebook Watch and Brat TV, some amazing networks that I love working with. So I couldn't be more proud to put out this show and for people to see it.
And what was the experience like for you? Because I know you grew up on Dance Moms, obviously,
Right.
on the series, and now you're executive producing. What's that experience like?
Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool for me to actually like have a say in what we do and what gets edited, and I just feel like I have control over a project which I never have control over, and it's really amazing because Dance with Nia, it's such a powerful show because we're highlighting dancers with disabilities, and I wanted to make this show about the dancers and nothing else. The dancers and their dance journeys, but also just highlighting them dancing because they're such amazing and beautiful dancers. It's all about diversity, you know? I post online, and I'm a huge advocate for diversity in every realm. And I think that this show honestly just adds to that as well.
And were there any dancers on Dance with Me whose story really stood out to you and stayed with you after working with them on this?
Oh, there were a ton. I think I don't want to just pick one because there's so many. There's 11 of them and they are all incredible, but each one taught me something so significant. And whether that is confidence, whether that's learning how to count to the music, whether that is embracing myself, I think that every dancer added something. And the amount of stuff that I learned from these dancers was just incredible, and I actually became friends with some of them as well, and we text from time to time, and I follow them on Instagram. We keep up with each other, so I created some amazing friends as well.
Fans have followed your journey since you were a young child on Dance Moms. How was your experience on that show informed of this new series?
Yeah, oh my gosh, being on Dance Moms was, I can't believe I started when I was like 9 years old. It's been 10 years since the first season of Dance
That's
Moms, which is
crazy.
it's been a decade. But I think Dance Moms definitely prepared me for doing a show like this. Honestly, I think I came from such a negative background. Like Dance Moms, it taught me so much. But I think what it taught me the most was to turn something negative into a positive, because now all I want to do is just spread positivity into this world and spread happiness and joy. And I'm not saying that life is rainbows and lollipops and happy all the time, but I think it's what you make out of life and what you make out of experiences what's so important, you know? I think that I took that experience and turned it into a positive. I could have easily just like given up right there and then and been like, you know what, I'm done with all of this. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna, not do any of this anymore. But instead, it kind of put me in a position where I wanted to encourage dancers to embrace, not only dancers but just people in general,
Mhm.
to embrace themselves, because on the show I was put down a lot, and I don't want anyone to feel that way. So being EP on this show, which is technically a reality show, we're highlighting people's lives, but I wanted it to be something that's positive and something that people can go to and have fun and learn as well, and while having fun. I think that there's so much that goes into this show, and Dance Moms definitely prepared me for that as well.
I love the positive outlook on everything after your experience with Dance Moms. I was going to also ask because you kind of mentioned that you were put down on that series. You've been very vocal about experiencing bullying. What kind of advice would you give to fans as well as fellow dancers who might be experiencing something similar to what you experienced?
Oh yeah, of course. I think that what helped me the most through all of those experiences was number one, prayer. I mean, I pray whatever you're into. I think that it's really good to have some kind of connection, but also um, to spend time with family and friends, and make sure you have a support group. I think that's been honestly the most beneficial thing in my entire life. My whole family has stood up for me since day one, and they still continue to do so. Another thing that if you don't have a support group, I think that something that is really important to remember is that you have to be your biggest cheerleader. And even if someone's putting you down, even if you're getting bullied, obviously these things are terrible, and what people say to people, it's just, it boggles my mind what people say to people. But I think what you need to remember is that you have a purpose in life, and this bullying, whatever is going into your head, that's someone else's like insecurities, just them reflecting them onto you. And you just should learn from them and not take it personally, because at the end of the day, it probably has nothing to do with you. It probably has to do more with the other person. And to stick up for yourself, I think sticking up for yourself is 100% like a great way to go about things as well, whenever you're being bullied. But I also realize that some people aren't in that situation where they can defend themselves. But I just definitely think that being there for yourself, being your biggest cheerleader, and learning, because honestly, like, there's going to be bullies in your life. You can't really dodge them. You can try to, but I think, like I said before, it's what you make out of it. I think that I've become so much stronger as a person, as a dancer, as an actress, from, getting really not only constructive criticism but bullying, through the
Mhm.
years. And I just take it from there. That's what I do. I know that was like a lot, but I feel like it's such a deep question, because I think that a lot of people think that it's really easy, and it's not. It's not easy, and it takes time to kind of figure it out. But I think that at the end of the day, it does ultimately make you stronger.
Well, I really applaud you for that. I feel like not a lot of people could get through what you got through on that show. I do know one person who's always had your back is your mom, and
Yes.
a lot of fans are always commenting online. I see a lot of like dance moms edits on TikTok, and they're like, "Dr. Holly was always the best."
We love Mama Holly.
No, she always had your back. How has your mother-daughter relationship grown over the years?
My mom and I, we've always had such a great relationship. And throughout the years, we've just honestly become more and more close. And now that I'm actually like living on my own in LA and everything, she doesn't come out with me as much. I go on jobs for myself. I miss her. I miss my mom. I miss seeing her all the time. Um, she really is my best friend. And she is, like I said, my biggest, like, yeah, I'm my biggest cheerleader, but she's really my biggest cheerleader. And she's just been there for me every single step of the way. And I'm so grateful for that. I mean, the only reason why she did Dance Moms was because of me, because I wanted to do it. She wanted nothing to do with it, but she did it because I wanted to do it. She does anything for her kids. So I really look up to my mom a lot, and she's probably one of my biggest role models and my best friend.
Well, you and her were definitely some of the best parts of Dance Mom, so I'm glad you guys ended up being on the show together. I was also going to ask, your fellow Dance Mom star Zackery Torres just announced that they are transitioning. What was your reaction to that? I know a lot of people online were showing Zackery major support.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. That's so amazing. This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Oh yeah, they came out on TikTok recently.
No way. Oh my gosh. I love Zach. What are their pronouns?
Their pronouns are they and she.
They and she. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Um that is so amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to text her. I'm gonna
Oh
be
my
like
gosh. I love that. I was going to say, are you still friends with Zackery? Do you keep in touch?
I haven't heard from Zackery in such a long time, actually. I honestly can't remember the last time I saw Zach, so I'm definitely gonna have to reach out. I'm definitely gonna have to reach out.
Do you have any message you'd like to share with them?
Ooh, oh my gosh. I guess I would just like to share that I'm so proud of you, and like I think that I'm always here for support. So if you need anything, I'm here for you. And congratulations.
I also saw you recently posted a birthday message to your BFF, Chloe. How has
Yes.
your friendship with her evolved over the years? It seems like you guys are so close.
Yeah, we are really. I just saw her. What day was it? Sunday. I just saw her on Sunday. I took her to her little a little birthday dinner for her. She's doing amazing, and she is one of my best and closest friends as well. We stayed really. Honestly, I'm really close with a lot of like the OG girls, like Brooke, Paige, Chloe, Maddie, Kenzie. Like I'm still like really close to them.